Now, Honorable Senators, we're going to take at most 25 minutes per question so that we save on time. Welcome, CS, to the Senate. You have to. The first question is question number 039 by the Senator for Makueni County, the Honorable Daniel Manzo. I will therefore call upon Senator Manzo to ask the question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question 039, what has caused the delay in the completion of the construction of water stadium in Makueni County, and could the Cabinet Secretary specify the measures in place to address the matter? B, is there any budgetary allocation in the financial year 2025-2026 towards the completion and operationalization of the stadium, and could the Cabinet Secretary provide a timeline? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS, you may now proceed to respond.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and members of the Senate for the opportunity to come back here and give a statement on the state of Makueni Water Stadium. And allow me, Your Honor, to read my statement. I'm honored to provide to the Senate Business Committee a statement detailing the causes for delay in the completion of Water Stadium in Makueni County. Further, I will elaborate on the specific measures implemented to address this matter in accordance with the letter referenced dated June 2025. The mandate of the State Department of Sports is guided by the Executive Order number 1 of 2025. The department is mandated to undertake the following: develop, manage and implementation of the sports policy, enforcement and the implementation of World Anti-Doping Code and Convention against doping promotion and coordination of sports training and education, regulation of sports, expansion of the sports industry for sustainable livelihoods, development and management of sports facilities, and establishing and managing of sports academies to nurture talents. The ministry's infrastructure priority for stadia development categorizes projects based on international standards, capacity, and the requirements for hosting various sports events. The development have been prioritized in 4 categories as follows. There are those infrastructure that are earmarked for CHAN and AFCON. Then we have executive directives, we have regional, county, and community training grounds. Towards readiness for the Africa Nations Championship and AFCON 2027, final inspections for the facilities designated for CHAN 2024 were completed and now have been cleared. Further, the facilities earmarked for AFCON 2027 are ongoing with completion anticipated between December 25 and June 2026. These include the construction of the 60,000-seater Talanta City Stadium, which is now at about 45% completion, the renovation of Moi International Sports Center Kasarani, which has now been completed, refurbishment of Nyayo, and upgrade of other facilities like Kipchoge Keino. The Moi International Sports Center Kasarani, with a seating capacity now of 55,000, will serve as the primary competition venue for CHAN 2024 matches. Associated training facilities comprise Nyayo National Stadium, Ulinzi Sports Complex, Police Circle, and Utalii Sports Ground. The State Department, through the Kenya Academy of Sports, is also undertaking the first phase of establishment of 37 constituency sports academies. The academies are earmarked to promote the identification and development of sports talent at the grassroots level. The sports academies target various learning institutions and community grounds as centers for talent search and development. The protection of athletes' fundamental rights to participate in doping-free sports, promoting good health, fairness, and equality remains an ongoing priority. The government, through the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya, is committed to this by implementing an enhanced program for testing, education, and enforcement. The ministry is engaged in a comprehensive review of the National Sports Policy and the Act, and consultative engagement with stakeholders were finalized in June, and efforts are now concentrated on the validation of these instruments prior to their official approval. Following the completion of these stages, the ministry intends to proceed with the formulation and adoption of a national sports strategy to inform the long-term implementation of programs within the sports sector. Wote Regional Stadium in Makueni County is a national government project, and it was envisioned to be a FIFA Category 3 stadium. It was designed to accommodate 15,000 spectators, and the stadium was to be constructed in phases. Phase 1 scope was constructed at a cost of $299 million. The Makueni County government has collaborated with the ministry to monitor the stadium's progress, which currently stands at around 70% of its original scope. The county government has provided 5 acres of land as annex to the stadium. The initial scope targeted key features that included a standard football pitch, VIP pavilion, perimeter wall, 8-lane track field, administration block, a borehole for pitch irrigation, water storage, and associated electrical, mechanical, and civil works. Despite a successful launch of construction in January 2017, the stadium project has subsequently encountered delays towards its completion, stemming from the following issues. Number one, the Makueni County government changed the original site of the project, causing delays in commencement. Number two, the new site had topographical challenges which necessitated undertaking and mitigating factors to stabilize the ground on the western side and adjust the 1,500-seater pavilion design. Boulders were used to stabilize the ground below, and a retention wall is being erected to stabilize the running track, pitch, and the pavilion. Number four, non-allocation of budget in financial years 2018-2019 and 2019-2020 resulted in delays payments to contractors and project consultants. Number five, contractual management challenges arose after the contractor was asked to vacate the site in December 2021 due to slow progress, but later appealed and was reinstated. Number six, subsequent to its groundbreaking in May 2017, the project timelines have undergone several extensions, shifting from an initial target of June 2018 to October 2020, February 2022, February 2024, January 2025, and now September 2025. Despite significant delays and challenges, the ministry has prioritized the completion of the stadium's construction. The current measures specifically target pending works on the laying of the athletics track, players' changing rooms, and a public ablution block, completion of the perimeter walls, gates, drilling of the borehole, installation of the pump for the irrigation system, and the pump house. These measures also include continuous monitoring of the project to resolve outstanding issues and ensure its completion, continued collaboration with the county government, which has allocated for the stadium's completion as a vital investment in supporting local sports. Due to the topographical challenges, the ministry is reviewing the scope to make it a functional training facility to feature a football playing pitch, athletics track, players' changing rooms, and a public ablution. The project is then expected to be completed by December 2025. Right Honorable Speaker and members of the Senate, I did visit Wote Stadium in Makueni, and just to explain on the topographical challenges, normally when you do a 15,000-seater, you do a VIP terrace and pavilion. The current piece of land where this project is located has a lot of challenges. The contractor tried to put boulders, but the original design will not be achieved, because if you look at the ground level where the boulders are being put and the base where you have the pitch, you are talking about a height of between 3.5 to 4 meters, which means if we go ahead to put the boulders and other material, we are likely to spend more than the amount of money earmarked for the stadium. So I have directed that the technical team reviews the design to see how we can accommodate some of the facilities I have mentioned here, and then make it just good for sports, but then that design can be achieved in another site. So I think that is where we are, Right Honorable Speaker and members of the Senate. I beg to thank you for this opportunity.
Senator Manzo, you may ask your supplementary question.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, the minister confirms that the work is very advanced, up to 70%. And Mr. Speaker, I'm asking him, Makueni, Wotembi under 2 hours drive, could it not be one of the stadium you could use for AFCON training during the sports in 2027? And secondly, he has not answered my B. What is his budgetary allocation this year, and when does he intend to complete the stadium?
You may proceed to respond, Honorable CS. But Senator Manzo, I thought the CS said it intends to complete it by December 2025, unless you're not allowed. Proceed, Honorable CS.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker and members, as I said earlier, we now intend to complete this facility by December 2025. However, I want to mention here that the original design that we do for 15,000-seater cannot be achieved on that site because the western side of the pitch, and I've been there, Honorable Senator, I've visited there. If we have to fill that hole, 3.5 to 4 meters, as I said, we are likely to spend more. That is why we have directed that Public Works and the team in Sports Kenya flex the design to accommodate the components that we can accommodate, which I have mentioned in my statement, and then we will see how we can manage, the other components, possibly with a new site that we can redesign. But because originally this stadium had been earmarked for a flat area, but then this land was allocated to another project, and the stadium was moved to this area where it's very challenging topographically. So I think in terms of the budget for this, we don't have a national treasury allocation. However, through Sports Kenya, we pay the certificates as we arise because we have allocated, we have a total of around 5 billion of stadium investment that we normally flex within it. So it is part of the priority projects in our list, and it is part of the projects that we have earmarked to be paid through the sport fund. So in terms of resourcing, we will give it priority. But I think the technical issues are the ones that we need to resolve, which we are resolving.
Honorable CS, the third question was, now that Wote is under 2 hours from Nairobi, would you have it as one of the training grounds during AFCON 2027?
In terms of being a training site for CHAN, it is not, as of now, it is not one of the fields that have been identified for AFCON. However, depending on the progress that we will make and the assessments that we will be making going forward, we will see whether that will be a possibility. But now it is not. It is not earmarked for CHAN or AFCON, because Mheshimiwa is not just about the distance from Nairobi, but there are other issues that we look at for a training field for these kind of tournaments, including issues of accommodation for players and other standards provided by CAF. So right now, Wote has not been assessed for this kind of tournaments. However, we want to speed up completion. We want to resolve the technical challenges and make it ready, for other sporting activities. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Boni.
Mr. Speaker, His Excellency Mvurya gives a fresh order to Cabinet. Mr. Speaker, because wherever he has been, he has performed. The country was very happy to see you, Minister, when you are handing over Kasarani, and the country truly appreciates the role of sports in our lives. Minister, with the flexible 5 billion shillings, why is it that Bukhungu Stadium, which was part of the centers that was earmarked for CHAN and AFCON, has stalled? In fact, this morning, the people of Kakamega are waiting for you to explain why you went and destroyed the upgrading of the stadium that had been done by Governor Oparanya, and now even little things like school sports cannot take place from Bukhungu.
Senator Wambua.
Speaker, I want to go back to water. The minister said on record that they're not going to be able to achieve the capacity, the original capacity of the stadium. I would have wanted to hear from him telling us and the people of Water what will be the capacity of the finished stadium that they're going to do, and now that the capacity will be smaller, has that had an impact on the final budget for that project? Does it mean then we'll spend less to achieve that project? I thank you, Speaker.
Senator Cherio, the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also want to ask a supplementary question to the Minister. About 2 years ago, the people of Kericho hosted the national celebrations at the Kiprugut Chumo Stadium. And Mr. Speaker, there was a promise by the government that though it was not completed due to the exigencies of time and budgetary constraints at that time, that at a particular point in time, that stadium will be built to the expected standard. It's now been 2 years, and since the day the contractor left site 2 years ago, no improvement works have been done on that particular stadium, which is a stadium named after Kenya's first Olympic medalist in 1962 in Mexico. And Mr. Speaker, we find that to be completely unfair, given that when the government visited Kericho, we played very good host. Could the minister tell us if there is any mistake that we made during hosting them that has made the government flee from that stadium and has never come back again? And if there is no mistake, then when do they intend to come and complete the stadium? I thank you.
Senator Faki.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipa fursa hii. Mheshimiwa Waziri, Mombasa na Pwani kwa jumla haina stadium yoyote ambayo yaweza kuhost hata mechi ya Gor Mahia na FC Leopard kwa sasa. Mombasa Municipal Stadium, kaunti ya Mombasa walijaribu kujenga mwaka 2018-19, lakini ikakwama kwa masuala ya COVID ilipoingia. Na hapa Senate tulipitisha resolution mwaka jana kwamba kaunti ya Mombasa ipewe conditional grant ya bilioni 1 na milioni 200 ili kuweza kufanikisha ujenzi wa stadium hiyo ya Mombasa. Na mpaka leo Mheshimiwa Waziri, hatujapata mwelekeo wowote kuhusiana na kama hizo pesa zitatolewa kwenye sports fund ama hazitatolewa, na kama hazitatolewa serikali na mpango gani kuweza kuhakikisha kuwa Mombasa inaweza kupata stadium ambayo ni ya kimataifa, ambayo inaweza kusaidia kuinua vipaji vya vijana na vile vile pia kuandaa michezo ya hali ya juu ambayo itasaidia kuinua uchumi wa kaunti ya Mombasa na pwani kwa jumla, na vile vile pia kujenga vipaji vya vijana ambao wengi wanatarajia kupata fursa ya kucheza mpira wa kimataifa, lakini kwa kuwa hakuna stadium katika maeneo yao, azma zile ama nia zile zinakuishia bila ya kuweza kufikiwa. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Senator Seki.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I also want to know from the Cabinet Secretary that Kajiado, specifically Kajiado North, that's Ngong, it has been a training center or site for many athletes in this republic. And being very near town to Nairobi, we thought it would be a very good site for even a sports academy. Could the Cabinet Secretary tell this House if there's any plan for Kajiado County, particularly Kajiado North, being a site for training and particularly for athletes this republic, if there is any plan for this county to benefit from the county or even from the government itself? Thank you very much.
Senator Sifuna.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. As you know, I am an unacknowledged patron of the Kenya Lionesses 15s team. Honorable Speaker, can the CS confirm to this House, because we saw him taking photographs with that team and a dummy check of 2 million shillings. Up to today, Honorable Speaker, that team has not received that money. Can the CS confirm why that check has not been cashed up to today? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Wakoli.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika, na karibu Waziri wa Michezo. Langu ni swali Mheshimiwa Spika, siku ya madaraka miaka miwili iliyopita, serikali nzima ilitua katika uwanja wa michezo wa Masinde Muliro kule Bungoma. Kenya nzima ilipashwa mbwembwe na hoihoi. Leo Mheshimiwa Spika, kiwanja bado hakijakamilika. Kwa niaba ya mabanati wa kaunti ya Bungoma, ningependa waziri anyanyuke na atueleze ni lipi ama siku ipi uwanja utakamilika, na jinsi ndugu yangu Boni ameeleza seneta, tulitaraji mkoa wa Magharibi, eneo la chemichemi ya talanta, tungeweza kuwakaribisha Wakenya na Afrika nzima katika mkoa wa Magharibi. Lakini leo tunatazama tu kwa runinga Mheshimiwa Spika, huku tukijiuliza tulimkosea Mungu nini. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Senator Mvurya.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. CS, you indicated that you gave priority to the stadiums which will host the CHAN, and you have done well to complete them. Could you take this opportunity to tell the House and the country how prepared our team is for the competition, which is just a few weeks away? Thank you.
Senator Alexander Mundigi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. To the Cabinet Secretary, you have indicated about AFCON will come in 2027, and you have indicated numbers of counties that are going to benefit the time of practice. Is it possible to include Embu to be part of that money, so that money can help us in Embu County economy? And Mr. Speaker, sir, I know we have a stadium in Embu County. It is very small, and the government of Kenya Kwanza, they sent, and Minister, you know that, about Njukere stadium that can benefit Embu County in a sport. When are you going to implement it so can people of Embu County can benefit? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator John Matthew.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mine is also a follow-up question on a stadium. The people of Nyandarua have had aspirations of having their own stadium, or Karau Stadium. And when the president last visited Nyandarua, or rather, the 3 times that he has visited Nyandarua, he promised that we shall get a stadium. And there was a handover of the Karau Stadium to the military. So I want to know from the minister, what timelines are they working with now that they are working together with the military? What timelines do they have, or what comfort do they give the people of Nyandarua of when they will get their stadium, the Karau Stadium, ready?
Honorable CS, you may now proceed to respond to those questions.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And I think I must say that the inspiration, from the Senate to work with the ministry on matters, sports and infrastructure development is an amazing factor. And that is why I can say that even though I came here for only one question on Makueni, there has been now enthusiasm to share information across the board. Number one, I want to say this for the record, Honorable Speaker. For the African Nations Championship, CHAN, and Kasarani now, for those who know, it's a completely new facility with changing rooms, with a canopy, with seats, with a good pitch, with screens, and many other facilities that had been earmarked as part of the standard. So we have fully completed this. And in addition, we have 2 training grounds annexed to Kasarani. We have Annex 1 and Annex 2, which are training grounds for CHAN. We have equally taken over Nyayo National Stadium, which is now complete as per the CHAN requirements. However, after CHAN, we will embark on doing a canopy in Nyayo Stadium and also complete the other work related to athletes. We have equally handed over Ulinzi for training and Police Stadium, Police Circle Stadium for training, which will also upgrade immediately after CHAN for other facilities. We have also Utalii College grounds, which will also be part of CHAN. So that is the package, that we have completed for the tournament in August. However, I'm aware that outside Nairobi, we also have other facilities that we are upgrading. And even though I did not come with a full statement, Right Honorable Speaker, you will allow me also to respond as it is. Number one, there were issues in Bukungu Stadium in Kakamega. Then we visited, we had a meeting with the county government and the technical team. And as we speak, Honorable Speaker, we resolved the issues around Bukungu and the contractor is on site. Part of the stalemate was a pending bill of 627 million by the county government. And we agreed that the county government will be settling that one. As we also manage the 1.5 billion part of the spending that we'll do in Kakamega. So Bukungu now, the contractor is on the ground. In fact, I just saw a certificate last week and we have paid, and therefore he should continue. And we will be monitoring, we will hasten implementation so that this becomes part of the AFCON grounds in 2027. The water, coming back to Makueni, what the field now will accommodate is around 5,000 capacity. Because of the other challenges I mentioned, it cannot hold 15,000. And therefore in Makueni, we will also find another place where we can do a 15,000 seater stadium. But because this is a project which was started in 2017, we will endeavor to complete it to, accommodate with the capacity of 5,000, just to make sure that we accommodate, the challenges that we have found on the ground. I also know that in Kericho, Kiprugut Chumo, which had been done for celebrations. This is a field also with a capacity of 5,000. And when we checked the other standards, we realized that other standards cannot be accommodated, especially matters athletics. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, we are doing Kapkatet Stadium in Kericho, which will have a 10,000 seater. And this one, a contractor has already been identified. The other issue about Mombasa, the proposal, Honorable Speaker, that came was that Mombasa County Government had proposed that we do a securitization process for around 1.5 billion, which they suggested how that money was going to be paid. We cannot do that securitization, and therefore what we have decided is that we will still work with the county government on a different arrangement, but still achieve an international stadium in Mombasa. So I want to assure the House that we have put priority for Mombasa to have an international stadium, and that is part of what we are working now. Last week, we were assessing Kilifi, and in Kilifi, we've already agreed with the county government to do a 10,000 seater, and we've agreed on the arrangement for partnership. In Kajiado, we are making an assessment. We have already identified a team that is going to work with the county government to identify a site, and therefore once the technical assessments are concluded, I will be able to make a comprehensive statement on the same. The other question from Honorable Sifuna, asked about the rugby lioness and acknowledged that we had pictures. So I want to assure the House that we have now 70 million that we'll be giving to athletes, those who won matches and they have not been honored. And part of this money is also going to be given to the rugby team and the other teams. So in the next few weeks, we'll be calling them and we'll be giving them their awards. I know I can see Mheshimiwa Sifuna is nodding, but that is the plan, and that is the plan we will be implementing because that is what we have set aside as government to ensure that we honor our achievers.
So, Honorable CS, for clarity, the 2 million dummy check is part of the 70 million which you intend to use to honor athletes.
Actually, that day we gave, is it 3? We gave 2, how much? We actually gave them 3.2 in that dummy check, and there should be no cause for alarm. I'm sure we will also give others who may not have benefited. So the 70 million is the package, including the 3.2 that we had given earlier. because we also have athletes who won, who broke records. Some were honored, some were not honored. So in total, we have set aside 70 million. And we will be giving this soon. And you will see the ceremony and you will confirm. So I really don't want to belabor on this point because I know we have committed and we will deliver. Maybe Mheshimiwa Sifuna would have wanted it differently, but this is the arrangement that we have done in the ministry. The other question is about Bungoma. Bungoma, we have paid 36 million for the canopy. Because we agreed that we also do canopy for Bungoma, and the contractor is on the ground. We have just paid 36 million for him to continue. Now, in terms of preparation for Harambee Stars, we are very confident. The team is already in the camp. We have supported them. They have a good technical bench. They have a good head coach. And therefore, preparation for the team is ongoing. And we are in touch to ensure that we do whatever we can do to support them. And I want to use this opportunity to rally the Senate and to rally all Kenyans, to ensure that we support our team, Harambee Stars. In Embu, I know we have a stadium there. We are now doing the changing rooms in the Embu Stadium, which was done for celebrations, but now we are embarking on making sure that it can comply for matters sports. So we are currently doing the changing rooms. On the other one, Njukiri, Kajiado I have mentioned. I can see Senator things I have skipped. I said we are making their technical assessment and identifying.
You've already stated
yeah.
the issue.
So Meru, that is Embu, that is what we are doing. We're doing the changing rooms. And that is the current situation on the ground. In Nyandarua, the Olkalau Stadium has now been advertised. It's going to be done by the Ministry of Defense. And so that's the situation in Nyandarua. It's been advertised and it's going to be Njukiri. I think I responded on the Embu one. Njukiri is at the planning stage. Is still at assessment and design, but I think it's going to be a 10,000-seater stadium. So the Moi Stadium in Embu is done. Changing rooms are ongoing.
CS, please finish.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I have finished the supplementary questions that arose from the floor. Because away from the first question, we had an official statement. We also decided to respond on the ones that have come from the floor. Thank you.
Honorable Senators, we're moving to the next question. I have ruled. Which one? Please give Senator Q the floor.
Madam Speaker, my question was very specific, and it was actually arising from water. The minister said that they have cut down on the size of the stadium. And I asked, what is going to be the new capacity of that stadium? And has that had an impact on the budget from the original design?
Senator Methu, which bit has not been answered?
Just a clarification. You know, the minister has just said what I've said. He has told us that the stadium has been handed over to the Ministry of Defense. That is what I said. He has said that the stadium has been advertised. That is what I have said. I asked him, what timelines are there? As you handed over to the Olokau Stadium to the Ministry of Defense, what timelines are you working with? When can that stadium be ready? That was a very specific question.
Mr. Speaker, allow me to restate my points as follows. Number one, I said the new capacity in Wote will be 5,000. And I also said that we will identify a new ground where we will do a bigger stadium of 15,000 capacity. I also said in Nyandarua, Olkalau has been advertised by the Minister of Defense, and that size of stadium takes about 12 months to complete. Maybe I should also add as additional information that Kitui is now 15% of implementation and is going to be handed over to us by the contractor on the 6th of October for Mashujaa celebrations.
Thank you, Honorable Sears. Honorable Senators, we will now move to question number 067 by Senator Joyce Korir. And I'm informed that Senator Miraj is going to ask that question on behalf of Senator Joyce Korir. Honorable Miraj, you may proceed to ask the question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Could the Cabinet Secretary provide details of the specific government programs and initiatives in place to promote mental health and overall well-being of young people in Kenya, and explain how these initiatives have been tailored to address individual challenges faced by the youth? B, what measures has the ministry put in place to address the increasing mental health challenges like anxiety and depression among the young people, and most likely those participating in sports or arts programs? C, what approaches are being implemented to incorporate mental health support into youth-oriented sports and arts programs, and how can they access these services? D, are there any joint initiatives between the ministry and the Ministry of Health and other mental health organizations aimed to raise awareness on mental health issues faced by the youth, and if so, could the Cabinet Secretary highlight them? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS, you may now proceed to respond.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker and members of the Senate. Mental health is a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her
Honorable
own...
CS, just to save on time,
Yeah.
start from page 3 with the last paragraph, so that we go direct to the question.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for the guidance. The Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, in collaboration with key stakeholders, has rolled out several programs aimed at promoting mental health and overall well-being among young people, particularly those engaged in sports and the creative economy. These measures include, number one, the establishment of youth safe spaces within the operational youth empowerment centers, which matter such as sexual reproductive health. The ministry has a program and the initiative of leveraging on technology to offer counseling services to the youth through utilization of an online counseling application developed by the Youth Kelvin Joroge. This intervention is preferred by the youth for the reasons that if used, it is easy, convenient, confidential, cheap, and accessible from a personal phone. This initiative has since seen increases in the number of the youth accessing counseling services, which help to mitigate mental health challenges. Through collaboration between the Ministry and International Youth Fellowship, Korea International NGO with presence in 105 countries worldwide, currently based at Kasarani and operates satellite campuses across the country, offers mindset changes training which integrates mental health clinic through weekend academy program. Through Kikao initiative and outreach activity in which the ministry in collaboration with other MDS organizes sensitization programs where mobile health clinics are organized for the youth. The ministry, through State Department for Youth Affairs and Creative Economy, has lined up a myriad of collaborative program with Madari Hospital, Youth in College, JQuat, to offer mental health sensitization, screening and referral to the youth in college who may not wish to use the in-college counseling facilities. The ministry also uses the services of the officer in charge of employee wellness to provide on-the-spot guidance on matters mental health to the youth who come to the office seeking information on mental health services. Number 7, sports and arts therapy programs. Initiatives such as sports for development and creative therapy workshops are designed to foster mental well-being through engagement in sports and the arts, promoting resilience, teamwork, and emotional expression. Partnerships with mental health professionals. The ministry collaborates with psychologists and counselors to offer tailored mental health services during youth sports camps and creative arts events. Number 9, public awareness campaigns. Initiatives like End the Stigma and Mental Health Awareness Weeks target young people to promote open dialogue around mental health, destigmatization, and encourage help-seeking behaviors. These initiatives are customers to address challenges such as anxiety, depression, peer pressure, and identity crisis commonly faced by the youth. The ministry also has adopted a multifaceted approach, including embedding mental health services in youth centers and sports federations. 120 operational youth empowerment centers now integrate mental health sessions, including counseling, in their daily activities. The sports federations too have integrated counseling and mental health screening in their programs. Training coaches and instructors, capacity building for coaches and arts instructors on mental health first aid to identify early signs of mental distress among participants. 3, referral systems, established referral pathways for young people requiring specialized mental health services to public and private healthcare providers. Number 4, wellness programs for national teams. The ministry supports the Kenya Academy of Sports to include mental health modules in athlete development programs, including psychological preparation and past-event counseling. Integrated service delivery model. The ministry is piloting integrated sports and arts programs with inbuilt mental health support services. These are accessible at county youth empowerment centers and during national events like the Kenya Youth Inter-County Sports and Cultural Association Games. Number 2, mobile counseling units. In partnership with the NGOs, the ministry has deployed mobile mental health units to reach young people in remote areas during sports and arts events. Number 3, access channels. Youth can access mental health services through referrals from coaches and youth officers, direct contact with on-site counseling during events, toll-free mental health helplines. The other part of the question, the National Multisectoral Mental Health Action Plan 2021-2025, the ministry is a key partner in implementing the plan, which is led by the Ministry of Health. It prioritizes youth mental health through joint campaigns and community outreach programs. Number 2, collaborative awareness campaigns, joint initiatives with organizations like Basic Needs Kenya and the National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse, NACADA, focus on mental health awareness during sports tournaments, training peer education in mental health literacy. Number 3, National Sports Safety Framework, developed with input from the Ministry of Health. This framework includes mental health as a critical component of athlete safety and wellness. And finally, specific campaigns, Mind Your Youth, our youth campaign. This is a joint program promoting mental health awareness in schools and community sports hubs. I beg to submit, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Miraj, you may ask your 2 supplementary questions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I'd like to thank the CS for a well-elaborate feedback from the questions by Senator Joyce Korir. But for the supplementary, if I may put to his attention, due to the so many land grabbing issues from our region, so many youth facilities, especially the ground.
Which is your region, Honorable Miraj?
Coast region.
You have to state which is your region.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. From the coast region, we have grounds like Kishada in Kisauni, Mende in Likoni, and Vexula in Likoni, where land grabbers are taking away the grounds from the youths. And this is increasingly adding up the numbers of our youths who are mentally unstable right now. You've spoken to a matter of sports in our schools to help in curbing the mental crisis that we are having from our youths. Can I put to your attention, CS, that most of the schools do not have playgrounds for them to go for sports. I don't know what measures you are taking, because as much as I can remember is that the president had put a task force and a fund to repossess grabbed land from the land grabbers. As a ministry and mental health in the picture, what are the measures you are going to take to safeguard the grounds that are being affected by major infrastructural programs by government and the land grabbers in our region? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable CS, you may respond.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I want to say that I acknowledge the question that has been put to me by Senator Miraji on matters land. And what we are doing as a ministry, we are working very closely with county governments, with the Ministry of Land, and also with Ministry of Education, where schools are concerned, to ensure that, 1, the grabbed land is repossessed, and number 2, to also protect other pieces of land from land grabbers. So that is the effort that we are doing. And part of the program that we are doing on sports academies is part of that program, where once we identify a place where we are doing an academy in a school, we also work with the other agencies to ensure that land is reclaimed, repossessed, and protected from grabbing. So we are working with other agencies of government on that matter.
Senator Catherine Mumba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to ask the CS a question. Thank you, CS, for your elaborate response to Senator Korir's question. Honorable CS, what you said sounds so good, but I would want to know where it is actually being implemented. In particular, I would want to know what programs you have in Nyakach sub-county, where I have been for the last 1 month. Honorable CS Nyakach in 2023 had teen and child pregnancy to the extent of 3,816. We have child mothers, we have young boys with a lot of mental health. We don't have any programs in that sub-county community, we don't even have any interventions. I'm trying to work with one CBO, trying to intervene for child mothers who cannot access counseling services and so on. Where are these programs? And why are they not reaching Nyakach sub-county?
Senator Gataya.
Honorable Speaker, I have a supplementary question to last year's sports concerning a stadium in Tharaka Nithi.
Honorable Gataya, kindly take your seat.
What is it, Honorable Speaker?
Just take your seat. Just take your seat. Senator Manzo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I had an opportunity to be a secretary in the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And I want to ask the Cabinet Secretary in this relation to the mental illness of young people. The Youth Fund was set to help those who wanted to set up businesses so that they can self-employ themselves. I've seen an initiative whereby people are fundraising for the youth. What has happened to the Youth Fund? And now implementing it to make sure that we reduce mental illness or depression or stress of young people by making sure that they secure their future through self-employment.
Senator Veronica Maina.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and welcome CS together with the PS of Sport. My question is in regard to promotion of mental health among the youth, and I would want to know what measures and efforts the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Creative Economy and Sports have put in place to facilitate conversation and dialogues to reconcile the emerging issues that have been raised by the youths who have been very dissatisfied and have been demonstrating, using the medium of sports and creative economy to enhance intergenerational conversations. What measures is your ministry putting in place to intervene with the emerging issues that are affecting the youths as they demonstrate on the streets?
Senator Wambua.
Speaker, I have sought this opportunity to clarify an issue because this is a house of record. The CS has indicated to us in the previous question that Kitui Stadium is being renovated.
Senator Wambua.
Mr. Speaker, this is important.
Senator, however important it is, we have our rules.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
And
but the people of Kitui are online.
Senator Wambua.
And they are saying the stadium is not being renovated, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wambua, you had an opportunity. I gave you an opportunity.
Yes, but he responded to when he responded to the Speaker.
We have dealt with our question. We are now on the question of mental health.
Mr. Speaker.
Anything that is not related to mental health.
Mr. Speaker, it is the same ministry.
Seen. Take your seat, Honorable Senator.
Mr. Speaker, I'm here because
Senator Wambua, you're defying the ruling of the Speaker, and you know the consequences.
Mr. Speaker, please damage me. Mr. Speaker, I don't speak for myself.
Senator Wambua. Senator Wambua. Senator Wambua.
The stadium is not being renovated. That's the truth. What is being renovated is the state lodge, where the president will spend the night, and the other thing being renovated.
Senator Reche, you may proceed. Senator Murgo, you may proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I would like to know from the CS as to what measures the ministry is taking towards drug use among the youth that is enhancing mental problems and so on, and therefore creating difficulty when it comes to talents and so on.
Senator Kavindu.
Speaker, I just wanted to know from the CS what is doing in Machakos about mental health in youth, regards youth. Are you having any programs in Machakos in particular, and also dealing with drugs addiction in those areas with youth? Thank you.
Senator.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, my question to the CS is, the programs he has said they are running, unfortunately, we have not heard about them in the counties, Honorable Speaker. What is the CS doing and the ministry doing to ensure that these programs reach the youth at the lowest administrative unit at the ward level, to ensure that the sensitization and the programs do benefit the youth, Honorable Speaker, and even using sports? Why do we have tournaments that are being funded by members of parliament individually and so forth? Why can the ministry itself run all sports tournaments for youths across all the wards, 1,800 wards in this country, so that even the programs can have higher penetration in terms of reaching out to the youth? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Beatrice Akenya.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I needed to get from the CS. CS, Bona CS, do you think we handled the Gen Z issue in last year well? And in your opinion, as a ministry, what are some of the innovative ways in which we could have attended to their outcries?
Senator Nyutu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question to the CS is on mental health for the youth. Exactly how does the ministry identify youths who have mental health challenges? And I ask that, Honorable Speaker, because what the youths have been going through in the last few months must have cost most of them challenges. Seeing most of them killed and sometimes abducted, this must have caused a lot of mental stress and anguish. So how do you identify as a ministry youths that have mental issues, because we must prevent other than cure? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Chiranke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, mine is on a follow-up on the issue of mental health among youth. Bwana Waziri, they were an issue that most of the young people that went on demonstrations, they were using hard drugs and substance abuse. As a ministry, there were allegations. Can you learn how the law operates, Senator Wambua? Mr. Speaker, you need to protect me. There were allegations that most of the young people, including the criminals and goons that were sponsored people known to Senator Wambua, were using hard substance and drug abuse.
Senator Fernande, just proceed to withdraw and apologize to your colleague.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, I say best known to him. But I withdraw and apologize. I withdraw and apologize so that we make progress. Mr. Speaker, I really wanted to find out the assessment of the Ministry of the Youth and Sports, whether some of the innovative agenda of addressing the grievances raised by the young people is part of making sure that there is mental wellness, Mr. Speaker, because we did pass the mental health bill in this floor of the House. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS, you may now proceed to respond.
Honorable Speaker, I must agree that the questions are very many. But I want to assure you I will respond to all of them, including the one that I had already responded to from the Senator of Kitui. I was in Kitui last Wednesday.
Proceed, Honorable CS. Proceed.
I was in Kitui on Wednesday last week. What we are doing in Kitui County is not a renovation. We are doing a fresh 10,000-seater stadium at Ithokwe. The contractor is on the ground. His name is called Milcons. So I want to confirm by the 6th of October, we will go back to take over that facility for Mashujaa Day celebrations.
Honorable CS, proceed to respond to
Now,
the questions
now I
related to
proceed.
mental health.
Now I proceed to respond to the other questions because I had to set the record straight on that matter, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS, can you proceed to respond? Honorable Senator Faketui, you're out of order, and I'm giving you a first question. Proceed.
Okay.
Honorable Wambua, kindly leave the chamber. Proceed, Honorable CS. Leave the chamber, Honorable Member Faketui. In the following 5 seconds, if you don't leave the chamber, Sergeant at Arms, help the member to leave the chamber. Proceed, Honorable CS.
So on the matters of mental wellness, which in most of the questions they have been combined with other general issues, I want to state that the ministry is not working alone on these matters. We are working with other government agencies, for example, on matters to do with drugs and substance abuse. We are working with NACADA and also the Ministry of Interior to identify and also to have remedies to address these matters. Number two, there was an issue in Nyakach. The honorable member wanted to know what we are doing in Nyakach sub-county on matters teenage pregnancies and mental health. Honorable Speaker, I want to state that currently I did come with data for Nyakach, but I want to confirm that this is a sub-county. We will also check the statistics and work with the agencies in that area to know the numbers, and then we address them. So, flagging our next intervention. Youth Fund, Enterprise Fund, financing youth when they loans. Honorable Manzo, I also want that current mobility program get jobs outside the country through youth enterprise to take care as they work abroad. Questions were mental health. Kenya also engages youth in mental health. International, the 15,000 youth from that happen in youth camp, and the main topic that is so this is a program we are international NGO, and it is touching on almost all counties. So it's only that we have a board counties. So you might not see it on the ground because they do it here in Kasarani, fully funded by this NGO and the Ministry of Youth. And we have agreed to extend this program to even the lower levels in our county. So we are working together with this NGO. On the matters of youth generally in this country, I think there has been a specific reference to what is happening now and the Gen Z and all this. I also want to state that as a ministry, we have initiated a dialogue program called Wazo and Kikao, which brings on board the youth for an engagement, and this program is ongoing. It's only that we are resource constrained, but we keep expanding this program. So we have a Wazo and Kikao program as a dialogue model where we discuss with the youth on some of the issues that they are facing in their lives. Away from this, we are also working with the World Bank as partners in a program called Nyota, which also brings on board youth for recognition for prior learning. It also brings on board youth for business grants and also youth in skills development. Currently, we have youth who have applied because this program, we are targeting 800,000 youth in the country, and we'll be launching these grants and the benefits in next month of August because now the applications have been processed online, *254#, and they are able to make the application for this program. This is a program where the youth participating will, at the end of the training, for example, those who will go through the business training, they will be funded 50,000 to initiate their businesses. Those who will do the skills component, they will equally be funded to inspire their skills, and they'll be paid 6,000 stipend a month for 6 months to make sure that they stay in this program and also benefit. This is a program which is running across the country, and therefore it is part of what we are doing to enhance their capacity. So I think basically, Honorable Speaker, on all matters to do with the mental health, I think these are general issues that I've already handled. On the matter of identification, we also have the Kenya Academy of Sports, referees, and other coaches at the community level. And identification, some of it is done at school level, some of it is done at community level to ensure we bring them on board for training. And every training that is done for coaches, referees, and the community technical people, and the youth takes care of a mental health session, which is the one that handles most of the issues. One senator wanted to know my opinion. Do you think the Gen Z was handled well last year? I think this is a matter for discussion for all of us. I don't think I have a personal opinion on the handling of Gen Z. But I think my opinion and the position of the Ministry of Youth Affairs on matters youth is that the youth of our country are an opportunity that we can work together to transform our nation. However, for that to happen, you have to be connected to, because youth have a dream, not necessarily for them. It's for them to use their skills and inspire their all non-government with young people to create an enabling environment. So anything that is getting, and that in the we have also challenge with the for athletics from For example, participate acquire 100 million, silver from million to 1 million. Commonwealth 500,000, silver to 1.2, and so these are the new rates. Picks win gold, reward 500,000 from so these are measures expire at yes. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Most sincerely, Senate, Mr. Speaker, there was one issue. One member asked as tournament designed will soon be launching to the national level. So working with all of us, we can youth on the ground from the ward level to the where then expression of very key, and I'm sure where you tournament they are not sustainable, so we will be working with you in this new arrangement. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and Honorable.
Thank you. You are now free to leave to attend to other duties. Thank you. Clerk, you may now usher in the CS in charge of environment and climate matters.